Hi everyone, welcome to our 2020 fall pandemic theater season. My name is Sky Barker Ma, I own Neighborhood Music. We're super excited to be auditioning your students for our upcoming fall programs. So here's all the information that you need to know. In my video is logistical information, and then Christina and Bussy are also below this on this email have a link for audition specific information. Number one, August 22nd and 23rd, we are auditioning for all 4 of our fall theater programs. If you are getting this video, then you also signed up to audition for those programs already and you're all set. Your audition time is in your email. Each audition time slot is about 5 minutes, and we are asking that you arrive 5 minutes early for your audition time slot. We are auditioning for 4 programs. You only need to audition once, and you can check all the boxes for all the programs that you want to audition for and audition for all 4 of them in one time slot. So the first program is Descendants, the musical. This is an in-person theater program, which means your rehearsals and your performance is going to happen live in person with our neighborhood music staff. We have 3 casts for Descendants. There are 3 different rehearsal schedules, including 1 cast that's just for 7 to 9-year-old students, so our younger students get a little bit bigger roles and have bigger opportunities than they normally get when they audition with the big kids. However, if you are a 7 to 9-year-old student, you do not have to audition for this cast. You can audition for any cast in any rehearsal schedule that works for you. If you don't have a preference from a scheduling standpoint, which one you audition for, then you're likely to get a bigger role because we have so much more flexibility when casting you than if you choose a specific time slot. Second play is She Kills Monsters. This is a play, not a musical, and it is 100% virtual, which means that all the rehearsals and the performance is all online through a Zoom link. We also are doing Charlie Brown's Christmas. This is an in-person musical with a full student musician cast. So if you have a jazz musician at home or a budding musician who plays drums, guitar, bass, vocals even, you can audition just to be part of the student cast and play the Vince Guaraldi soundtrack live during the performance. Finally, we have our New York program. This is a 4-day tour that occurs in June 2021. So we'll rehearse bi-weekly every month until June. This is also an in-person performance. It ends with a 4-day tour in New York. You'll do workshops with Broadway actors and professionals. You'll see a whole lot of the city, and then you'll also have a finale performance with 40 Broadway stars on stage at the Gershwin Theater on Broadway in New York. Our auditions, once again, are happening in person on August 22nd. Your audition time slot is in this email. Parents, you are not allowed to attend your audition with your students. You drop off and wait, but you're not allowed to go into the audition. It's a one-on-one audition with our staff. Your students required to sing 16 bars or 30 seconds of a song that is most comfortable for them and shows their range. They'll also do a short read or which is called a cold read with our staff, and then they may play some theater games and do some other exercises. This is a soft, fluffy audition. It's not meant to intimidate your students. It's comfortable. Our staff is easy to work with, so your students should not be nervous walking into this audition. What do you need to know about in-person theater? So it's a weird year, right? It's been a crazy year already. How do we keep you safe in the upcoming year? Number one, we've been doing summer camps since June. We've been working through in-person theater all season long. And so we've learned a lot. And here's how we keep you safe in 2020. We are going to do 3 casts for Descendants, so the casts are much smaller. It also means you have higher levels of opportunity within each cast. We will follow the CDC guidelines and also the governor's guidelines. Temperature checks will occur at the beginning of each rehearsal, as well as a verbal COVID screening prior to each rehearsal. Masks and face shields are mandatory for the entire rehearsal, masks or face shields. We will block and direct scenes so that your students are never singing directly at each other. They're always away from each other. We socially distance to the extent that we can. And this is how we keep you safe in 2020. So performances. We do have a professional theater reserved for performances, and we will perform at the theater, and we'll definitely live stream a performance from the theater. If we are allowed to let people into the theater in any capacity to actually watch the performance, then we will. But at this point, that feels very up in the air, not just based on CDC guidelines, but we also want to keep people safe and err on the side of conservative in terms of how we're booking. So we'll make a decision about whether or not we can actually let parents into the theater to watch the performances in the future. But no matter what, you will definitely get to see a live stream online. Weather permitting, we're also wide open to doing some of the more creative stuff that we've been doing with summer camp, like doing parking lot performances or outdoor performances, performing on a live stage. Again, it's Colorado. Descendants performs in November, which could mean it's 80 degrees, and this totally works. If so, we will definitely do it. We will definitely tailgate you into a performance. It could also mean that it's below zero. Who knows? So we'll be making that decision in the future, but just know that your students will have a performance opportunity, and we'll keep you updated on what that looks like. So program fees. Each of our auditioning for all of our programs is always free. So your student can come and audition. As soon as you audition, then if you are cast, you will have 24 hours to accept your role. And if you accept your role, then you'll be charged the fee for the production. So as an example, Descendants, the full program fee is $350. This includes costume sets, the whole kit and caboodle, performance, everything. There is no sliding scale for the role that you receive. All the roles are valuable, equally valuable in the performance, so all actors are priced the same. So the other thing you need to know is that in this process, if we are quarantined for in-person theater programs, then we will move our performance online. We will move it right online. So your rehearsal schedule will lift and go online. We will still move forward with the program. If you started in person and then you have to move online for any reason, we will not be refunding that fee if you decide not to participate online. So if you decide not to move forward with online programming, once we make that switch, then we will not refund the fee. So it's important for you to understand that going in. We can't, theater's expensive. We're still doing all the same stuff. Costume sets, theater rentals, etc. Teachers, more teachers than usual, and there's no ticket sales or additional revenue this year. So if you're in, you're in, and that's kind of how it works. You can, of course, choose not to move online if we have to go online, but just so you know, you're not getting a refund. So we are so excited that you're here. We're excited that we have options. We're excited that we have creative options and that we get to keep the arts alive. Thank you for supporting our studio. We love you guys. Hope for better days, and we can't wait to see you on August 22nd and 23rd.